Hi, my name's Tessa and I'm the Policy and Public Affairs Manager here at the Small Charities Coalition. And this webinar is all about our top fundraising tips. So one of the questions that we get on our support line tends to be about fundraising for small charities. So we reached out to one of our fundraising experts and asked them for their top 5 tips about fundraising. So her first tip was to prepare. So really think about who you're going to fundraise from. There are many ways to raise funds and there are pros and cons of all of the different ways. Some will be more suitable for you as your organisation. Particular and well-known areas of fundraising include grants from trusts and foundations, funding from companies, community sources, events including sponsored challenges, and individual giving. I'd advise you to check out the Small Charities Coalition resources page, which has got examples of all of those different ways of fundraising, and also signpost you to a few more. Also, another bit of advice we would give is to look at other organisations in your field and what they're doing to fundraise. So you don't have to copy exactly what they've been doing, but it's just a really good way to learn about what's been successful kind of for other people and to look at how that could be applied to you and your organisation. Our second top tip is to think about what you are asking for. So really take the time to think about exactly how much you need, what you want it for, and how and when you'll spend it. Some charities also find it useful to have a menu of what a certain amount can help them with. For example, £1,000 will enable us to train our volunteers for a year. This is really helpful for potential donors as it means that they can really visualise the impact that their funding will have. Most fundraising campaigns are about cold hard cash, we can't deny it, but it's also important not to overlook gifts in kind. These are really easy for companies to do and make a really great prize at a raffle and for events and potentially equipment, so definitely not something to be overlooked. Our third tip is all around making the ask. So develop some really great compelling text you can use to make your case. Keep it jargon free and assume that the audience has no prior knowledge of your work. So our kind of key things to keep in mind and what you should gather is the need, so the problem that you're trying to address, how you're addressing it, and what difference your work will make. So that's really important. Make it compelling, bring it to life with case studies, images and words. Make sure that every word counts and that every picture that you use tells a story. And lastly, really say how the funder can help. Tell them how much you need and how much you'll spend it, and be really clear with them about that. Our fourth tip is about stretching your donation. So don't overlook opportunities to make your funding go further. You might be eligible for gift aid from HMRC, and that's a really great opportunity to get a little bit more from your donations. Alternatively, if you're running a challenge or community events, it might be that one of your participants can nominate you for their company for match funding, and that's a really easy way to just double your donations, so definitely something to look into. Our final tip, and one of the most important, is to show your appreciation. So first of all, well done, you've got a grant, a donation, or you've held a great fundraising event. It's then important to thank your donor properly and show your appreciation. Do make sure that you're GDPR compliant when recording donor information, otherwise could be more trouble than it's worth. Really nurture the supporter, update them on what their gift has enabled you to achieve. If your supporter feels valued, then they'll become a really great advocate for you and your charity, and who knows where that relationship will end. A couple of the frequent questions we get asked in our support line are all about how someone can get funding for an unregistered charity, or where can they find a database of funders. Those are quite lengthy questions, but if you look in the box below, I've included a few links which hopefully will be of some help to you. Thank you so much for watching this webinar today. I hope it's been useful. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and keep your eye out for more of these helpful videos. Thank you.